Hello, everybody. We are gonna play Minecraft today. It's Friday. I've had a week. Not a bad week. Sort of a long week. And my week ahead, I think, is going to be longer. Again, not bad, just long. Oh, we're here in our little smelting hut. Because, girlies, I have been building, and I will show you all about it. What is even in my inventory? I do have a plan for today. But I sort of just logged in and didn't think ahead. Too bad. We're gonna... Did I just log myself in now? Okay, so, all right, okay. You can see, here's a path. This path was not here before. I've been doing some terraforming. And the idea was to sort of make less steppy looking dirt paths. Like, I have a little bit more dramatic hills leading up to our new house, which we now have a path to. So why don't we go up there and ditch some of this stuff? We have a path. How nice for us. I am still in peaceful mode right now because I was building. Scope this out. This is new. Whoa. I know. You're impressed with me right now. I would be. I planted this field and there's going to be likewise a field over here. But I actually used up all my wheat seeds. I had 2 full stacks of wheat seeds and they are all in there. So once we can harvest this, it can all get replanted and some stuff can go in there too. So that's the vision. Let's keep going up here. I love this tree here because it looked majestic, honestly. I was cutting spruce trees down just for planks and stuff, but I like it there. We've got our little path. There's a lot of different stuff. I've been doing nothing after work except for building because, like I said, it's been a week. The pool's still here. I was growing some trees out back there. They're gone now. It's fine. But there's even more. I'm going to show you so much more stuff. And then we're going to go on our quest for the day. I changed this wall. It was white like these walls and it just looked so stark. And there's no real way. Like I sort of wanted to make a granite fireplace I saw on Pinterest. But I couldn't. I guess I could have fit it in like between those 2 pillars. But I don't know. It just didn't seem like the move. But I don't know if this is the move either. Somebody tell me if this is bad or good. I don't know. Or neutral. I'm not sure how I feel about it. I did this on a whim, like as I was falling asleep last night. Let's ditch some of this stuff. Dirt. That's dirt. Okay. Mud brick wall can go in here. We got some planks. They can go up here. I think our cooking supplies go in here. What else? Including these beets. Including these sticks. Oh, guys, I have big news about sticks. I know that's exactly what you wanted to hear on my Minecraft channel today. Playing Minecraft badly. Like and subscribe. Or don't. Whatever you want. Don't care. Anyway. So, yeah, big stick news, but I have to show you rather than tell you. So just stay in your seats. I know, it's gonna be a thrill. I think we can get rid of... You know, I'm gonna keep the bucket. Buckets come in handy around these parts, so let's just keep it. I haven't done too much back here. We still have our pumpkin and melon farms going. We still have some horsies, some of which I purposely put into this pen and others that volunteered themselves into the pen for reasons unbeknownst to me. Right, nothing too much to talk about here. Let's keep moving. Because there's more to see, and I can't wait to show you. We're staying on peaceful for the moment, but before we go on our adventure, we will be transitioning to easy mode. And I'm scared, but it's okay. We'll be fine. So this was already here. As you know, this goes down to our sort of dock area, which is going to be a focal point in our gameplay today. We've got our new wheat field. And I decided to build this here sort of just to cover up. If you can see the, what's it called? Not iron. Copper trapdoors over there. That's the skylight that goes into a new room that I'm about to show you that I just realized I didn't show you before. And this is likewise a skylight that goes into a room beneath. And there's another one. There's another two over here. So I sort of wanted to give this area some purpose. Also, I use a lot of mud bricks, so the wheat can't hurt. I don't know that it's serving its purpose, but it's not grown in all the way yet. I did finish this sort of lookout point, and I did some modifications to the bridge that I think are better looked at down there, so we'll look down there. But we've got a little vista observing area, I guess. I don't know. Let's head down. And whoa, what's over here? Oh, a secret passageway. This took me a while. This was my first ever kind of redstone attempt, and it was actually quite simple, and I for sure pulled it from Pinterest and someone's YouTube that also got posted to Pinterest. But I'm super excited about it. I think it's really cool. It even makes a sound effect, like super dope. So what I did was move some of our, I made some farms and I put them down here. We already had this clay farm and I just moved it down here. I think it was pretty much right up there. Here's the skylight, as you can see. And I just moved it down here. And I did this sort of decor back here, and the idea being that there's some sort of like leftover piping system from some past town or civilization that used to live in this area, and people just sort of found it and repurposed it. But like, you know, like people in Turkey sometimes are like, oh, I was just like redoing my floor and I found an entire city underneath my floor. That's the idea. You can kind of see that things are starting to crack and give way, and behind them there is something, some sort of structure, some sort of pipes. Similar over here. You're not really meant to catch more than a glimpse of it, and I think I got that effect down pretty well. But the real purpose, of course, is for clay and mud. So I moved all the dripstone underneath this area. I'm not going to pull it up to show you, but you got the idea. Underneath this clay is dripstone. Underneath the dripstone blocks is the dripstone pointy guys. And we have some water here. So when I throw some dirt down, I can use these conveniently located glass bottles to moisten the dirt, of which I have so much, and thereby make some clay. I think it looks pretty cool. Down this way, I have put in, top up here, some bamboo and sugarcane farms. And if you notice back there, I doubled up on the sugarcane because the bamboo for some reason comes in so much faster. And I feel like I will want paper more than sticks. The bamboo is for sticks. So this is what I use all the nether quartz, right? The crystals we got when we went to the nether last time. All these faces here, all these pretty faces. That was why we made the effort, and I think it was worth it. So you can see how it works. Again, it is like the most basic design I think that everybody has done at some point, except for me until right now. This is my first time doing anything like this, and I'm super stoked on it. I think it looks cool. And it serves its purpose. Let's see what we got in here. Right, we have plenty of sugarcane, lots of bamboo. Threw a crafting table down for fun, and just these are just leftover sticks. I have sticks like you wouldn't even believe, but wait, there's more. There's more. Because I love that door so much, I made a second door and a pathway. I wanted to see where this went. Just for the sake of looking behind the scenes, I made this door to make it easier, like if I had to troubleshoot anything back here, or like I did expand this twice, like this week. And it just sort of dug back and added some more layers. Woohoo! There we go. Action-packed episode so far. But it's just easy access without having to pull up the fence and things down there. I started to dig this tunnel out. If you break these blocks, you would be at the back of the clay farm. So if I ever wanted to get back there or do something else back here, I know exactly where this tunnel is going and how to get into the clay farm. But that's not all. It's not. What's this? I was really curious to see what would happen. Like, what would happen if I dug out this tunnel. This was just all stone. And it kind of popped out over here. And I wound up putting some stairs and layers in here. And it did take me a while, but actually I had fun sort of figuring out how to get down. And again, the idea, the lore in my head, the story in my head is there was some forgotten town or city or something that the current town has been built on, and they've sort of forgotten, but with just like scratching the surface, you can see, I don't know why that cobblestone is there, but it's fine. That wasn't part of my design. I just probably put it there by accident. But anyway, you can see that there was something here in the past. And hey, look, we're back at the bottom of our ravine here. You can see the bridge, which we have to still look at. And some torches. What a pretty view from down below. But this puts us pretty much back in the main part of the mined out ravine, which I do want to go back into and explore a lot more. Because believe it or not, all of this building has taken a toll on my resources. Why am I carrying my shears when I have a cool magic sword? So that kind of spits us out here. Just a cool little kind of secret passage that brings us to a useful part of our down here. And again, we've been down here, and this was in part 1 of the series. We've explored a decent amount of this. There's clearly some resources still here, and there's a lot more down there, and we will be checking it out in a future episode because I am low on stuff. I'm not out of stuff. You'd think I'd have a better way up. I didn't really think about that at this point. I'm not out of stuff, but I am lower on basic stuff like iron than I am comfortable with. Now, as you can see, there's another little passage here. Let's just see where it goes. Let's see where it leads us. This one is simpler. We got some little stairs, some little passages. I don't know why I said it like that, but you know what? It's okay. Where are we? Whoa. Down here? At our nether portal? Wait, where's that other one spit us out? Oh, there's more up there. I didn't even realize I did that. Hang on. I've been building a lot. It's a blur. So this spits us out. No, this is just open to the sky. Okay. We can deal with that later. I think the mystical background music is just perfect for our purposes right now. Where does this go? Again, I've clearly been here and put some stairs in. Oh, it's just a big circle. All right. Wow, a big circle. Woo. I haven't moved my cacti into like an official farm yet because I have some green dye. I don't know that I'll need more. And this is fine for now, although I do think we're going to be moving it at some point. But it's fine for now. And here, of course, is our beloved nether portal to which we have the utmost respect for this. But I think I'm going to tear it down and move it. And the reason I'm going to tear it down and move it is because I have a plan for this space and it does not involve another portal. That being said, I might just move it over there for now. I don't know where I'm going to move it to. And I fear for what will be on the other side. Because our spawn in the nether was not bad. All things considered, you know, it was touch and go for a minute there. Are we going to make it out? Are we going to make it home? We didn't know, but we did. We did it. And therefore, I feel really confident and pleased with where that nether portal took us. But I don't know that I want to keep it there. I don't know that it should stay there. I'm thinking it shouldn't. All right, let's head back up. We're gonna go over the bridge. I'll show you what I did to the bridge. Did I do anything in the village? I don't think so. I think it's been mostly on this side. Just sort of trying to make things a little bit nicer. We got some paths, right? That's nice. The mud brick wall to go with our mud brick house. You know, I terraformed a lot of this stuff, a lot of these hills here. Again, just to make it a little more dramatic, a little more interesting to look at. And also to ensure that there was pretty much, to limit the ways in and out, right? Entrance and egress should be limited. Right, we still have everything basically the same that was up there. Just sort of changed the landscape a little, and I like it. Let's check out our bridge. Actually, we should go down there to look at the bridge, which I already said, and came back up here. Got a great path here. There's like way more in the works in my head for what I want to do with this village and this whole area, but here's what I did to the bridge. We have our lookout point, which was always sort of there, but it's done. It's finished. I added, the supports were there. I put more supports over here, and I sort of stripped them, and I added the trapdoors as like bolstering the supports. I didn't move the footing, or if I did, it wasn't too much, but I did add, I don't know if you guys can see, some stairs and trapdoors down the bottom there to act as like a bracer, theoretically, for the long pillar that is supporting the bridge and the lookout area here. I brought it down a notch. I think this was up one block higher. I brought it down. And again, added the supports and just sort of, let's go over here. Oh, I put these stairs in. They look weird because there's nothing around them, but we'll work on that later. I think this looks better. I think this is a nice view. I'll put lanterns in at some point. For now, the torches are fine. We'll go over there and check it out. Hi, do you like potatoes? No. All right, get away. So these are stripped oak and spruce. And I think it came out pretty nice. It's much more similar to what I had in my head. I think it looks better than it did. And it's way better if you guys go back and look at some of the old videos, if you feel like it. I don't know why you would want to. I had the jankiest, just like zigzag stone, like cobblestones going like brr. It was so ugly. Is this the nicest bridge a Minecrafter has ever Minecrafted? No. Is it way better and good enough for me for right now? 100%. Oh, wait, you know what I did put in? Let's take a walk over here. Our bamboo has grown to absurd proportions since I no longer am chopping it down for sticks because I don't need any more sticks. Just gonna touch the sky. I put that fence in, and I made this guy. This isn't what I wanted to show you. This is the ADD in action. But I have been building a lot. Like, there's a lot of new stuff in here. This pig has volunteered to tribute. If that's what you want. Who am I to say no? I put a loom in here. Okay, so we are down to, I still need the bartender. The bartender to come live here. And I think that's it. I think that's the last villager is the bartender. The potion guy, the whatever, the guy who eats rotten flesh. Hey, what do you have? Right. I saved this guy. Do you guys see that? I gave him paper because I wanted the bookshelves, because I knew I wanted to make a shit ton more of these pedestals. Hello, sir. I do have a ton of sticks, it's true. So I just want as many librarians as I can. I hate when my controller does this and you can't tell what this is. Like, this guy sucks. Curse of Binding? I gotta break that thing. You have what? Respiration 3. Right. Love him. Curse of Vanishing. I don't love you as much anymore. But I still love you. It's fine. Let me break this while I'm here. Like, no thank you. Get a new hobby. So there should be theoretically this many librarians. I did buy a Respiration 3 book. Which book do you have? But they keep like kind of zipping in and out of existence, and I'm not sure why, like if that makes sense. Like there was one who had Fortune 2, I think, and I'm like, yes, I want Fortune 2. Take my paper so I can buy Fortune 2 from you forever. Like you're a butcher. You're a butcher. There's a pig outside. Go butch him or whatever. And this is still my respiration guy. Like, where are your brethren? You have such a nice house. The Fletcher's in here for no reason. What the fuck? Still have to finish this up. I have some thoughts. I have some ideas. Maybe that guy likes potatoes. Excuse me. But just slowly whittling away at some of the... No, you don't like potatoes. Fine, whatever. Dude, there's pedestals up there for you to learn at. So you want to sell me some sort of really fancy book that I wouldn't otherwise be able to get? I think that's a great vocation for you. Get out of my farm. What are these people doing? Little horse. You know how it goes here in the village. Not too much to speak of here, but I do have some ideas, plans of how I'm gonna do a little makeover around these parts. So I think it's a pretty noticeable difference mostly on this side of things. I'm really excited about our farms. And for the record, the auto farms were part of my checklist of things to do to consider myself graduated to the next level. We are nowhere near that. This is episode 2, part 2, episode 2, play Minecraft badly, like and subscribe. That's so stupid. I'm sorry. That's so silly. You guys know how to like and subscribe if you want to. I don't need to tell you to do it. I just think this place is so cool. And it's really the first time I ever messed with anything like this. So I'm just stoked on it. I think it came out really good. It's doing its job. And we're using space that already existed pretty much. Like this general idea of like, if you remember the clay farm was like over here basically, but it was already kind of hollowed out. Like I put it there because I could easily install the dripstone. And I've changed it since then, but the cave was sort of already there and I just repurposed it. And that's kind of how I like to play. Like, the game is already giving us a lot, right? Like, it's giving us pretty good landscapes. Can we conform them to what we want them to be? Of course, that's the point. But I don't like to, like, say, rock up to a mountain and be like, this should be flat. Like, no. I'll just go to a flat place if I want something flat. Put my potatoes in the other thing. That being said, I do have a plan for today. And a specific plan, and it goes to another one of my punch list items for this season's graduation towards proficiency. And part of that was to explore underwater what's it called? Ocean temples. And I have a couple treasure maps that it turns out the treasure was underwater and not really accessible to me without risking grave injury to my person. So I don't need this hoe either. Let's put this away. So I got that Respiration 3 book. I did buy a Respiration 3 book from our beloved Respiration 3 villager. And I thought to myself, okay, that's great. I have a helmet. I have a diamond helmet. I'm not wearing it right now. I'm wearing crap armor right now. That's okay. We have a diamond helmet. I could put respiration on it. I think I already have aqua affinity on it from some other book. But then I thought to myself, wait a second. I've heard tell of some armor that you can get from a turtle. And if you wear turtle armor, you are blessed with the qualities of a turtle. And who wouldn't want that, you know? Majestic creatures that turtles are. And particularly if they're ninjas. Teenage ninjas. I'm not going to use the word mutant because it sounds rude. You know, that I don't think that's PC, you know, in 2026. We don't need to use the word mutant. Differently abled, maybe. That's probably also bad, and I might cut that out, but I probably won't, honestly, if we're being honest. Anyway, where that portal to another dimension lies and the surrounding island right there, I want to turn it into a turtle island, and we're going to go find some turtles. We're going to breed the turtles. We are going to steal the baby turtles' shells and thereby gain their powers. And then we're going to put respiration on it and maybe some other stuff. And then, in the future, we will be much more equipped to go on some aquatic adventures, underwater adventures. So what I'm going to do, I don't build on camera. I need a shovel. Though that's for sure. Look at these supplies dwindling. Another item on the to-do list. Let's get 2 shovels. Okay, all right. So let's grab our sand. We don't have a ton of sand, but I think we'll have enough to do what I want to do. And I will need a silk touch pickaxe. Don't let me leave to get the turtles without a silk touch pickaxe. Please. I don't know where there are turtles to be found, but I have a sense of direction. The direction we should go in, maybe? We'll have to consult our map room for a final confirmation. But for now, I'm going to do my first like real attempt at building on camera. And by building, I mean just like putting sand where some dirt was. Over here. So let's see what we got. And I don't know how deep the layer needs to be. Like, can I just go block by block and put... Maybe I can just leave that there for now. My fear is that if I move the nether portal, that it's going to spit us out somewhere much more hostile than we would like. And this is sort of fine, right? Like, this little island is probably fine. Just push some sand down. Let's do it. I don't know how to do time lapses. I don't know if it's a thing you can do on the Switch, but if I can, I will, because this is likely to take me a hot minute. And so stay tuned for that while I dig up dirt and put sand where the dirt was. Like and subscribe.
When the evil shredder attacks, these turtles
that's all our sand. So this will have to be a happy home for our turtles. And we are going to do one more thing. We can probably grab some more sand on our quest. But I do want to make a little protective area for our soon-to-be turtles. And I did do some research today. Not a ton. I mean, it's turtles, you know, like how much time can you spend thinking about them? Actually, a lot, as I learned today. But I'm going to need a silk touch pickaxe, like I said, because what we have to do is breed turtles on their own beach and then steal their babies with our pickaxe. Because it's morally right and just. And we're going to put the babies. I just want to get rid of these seeds. We'll use them in our field later. We're going to make the babies feel that their home is where I say it is. Which is going to be all that sand area that we just put down. But we have to make them, you know, feel nice about it. They're not going to know the difference. You know, they're not going to realize that their parents don't live there. They're not going to realize that maybe they belong somewhere else and they never should have been born on the sands of the shore that they find themselves. But we're not going to worry about that. We're just not. We are going to simply make them feel comfortable in the habitat that they are going to be forced into. That's just what we're going to do. Let me ditch this dirt. So much dirt. I have some of these. I have some of those. I'm just gonna use oak for now. We can fancy it up a little bit later. If we so choose. Actually, let me make these into planks. Or slabs, rather. Alright, cool. Back down to the turtle hut. The Turtle Bay? It's in Hawaii, right? Turtle Bay is in Hawaii. I've never been to Hawaii. But you know what? There can be a second Turtle Bay and it can be right here in Minecraft. And so with that, I've decided that this will be henceforth known as Turtle Bay. For the turtles that I anticipate are going to love living here. But I do know from my research that bad guys, drowns, etc. They love stomping on turtle eggs like the monsters they are, and we will not be having that here. We simply shall not tolerate it. So we are going to build a nice, cozy, fenced-in, secure premises for the baby turtles that we are going to steal momentarily. That looks fine. Let's just get some light in here. Whoa, okay. I'm gonna need a way out of this, I just realized, but I think I can just hop over. I can. Does that mean a bad guy could hop over? Should I worry about that? I don't know. I need more fences anyway. Let's go grab fences. Because I am gonna put like, or you know what? Let's just use these, that's fine. Let's just go. And I ditched my dirt and I ditched my scaffolding too. It's fine. It's fine. This is only a temporary building. Just have to get back over here because I want to put a roof up, which means I think I do need more fences. So let's go. I'm just not, I really like building, but it takes me so long to take what's in my brain and make it somewhat look like what's in here, and then I always end up tweaking everything. Like, I'm just not that good at translating my thoughts into a real build. I think jungle might be nice on there, but we're already committed to oak planks, and I feel confident that I'll change it. That seems good. But for right now, all we need is something that will keep our precious little ninjas safe when we finally go find them on a faraway beach. But this place is called Turtle Bay, and therefore it clearly is a place meant for turtles. Therefore, it's just fate and destiny, and free will has nothing to do with it, and I'm not exerting myself to force an outcome. It's called Turtle Bay. You know, what am I supposed to do with that? Go find some turtles. Let me take one of these down for now. I don't hate this. Maybe bamboo would be cool. Let's think about this in the future. But for today, let's do one more. I should have just got my fucking scaffolding. Like, what is wrong with me? It's been a week. It's been a week. It's been a week. Yeah. That wasn't what I wanted. Building is hard, guys. It is. We're doing it for the turtles. We're doing it for our wildlife conservation efforts. We're doing it because we love them. And we love them enough to not do that. That's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to make a little decoration like this. Perfect. Where's my slabs? And let's do like one more. And our fences that we just grabbed. I love it. I think it's perfect. I think the turtles will think it's perfect. And that's what really counts. So now, let's drop all this shit off. Get in the boat and find some turtles. All right, let's consult our maps. First and foremost, hang on a second. Sorry, I got distracted by something in my apartment. So we are where this green guy is. I think we can probably just hit these islands up here. And that should hopefully lead us to some turtles somewhere in this vicinity, but maybe just like right here. And I have my shears and I need my silk touch pickaxe. You guys almost let me forget about it, but we didn't. This one has silk touch, right? Yep. Just bring all this stuff just in case. We got plenty of room in the old inventory here. Let's grab both of these. And okay, wait a second. Are we fortified? Because, like I said, I've said before anyway, I like to build on peaceful mode, but I do think the game needs stakes. And after going to that nether and fighting the evil pigs and surviving, I wouldn't say we won. We didn't win, but we survived. We live to fight another day, and we will have to go back into the nether because I know in order to get the bartender to live at my village, I need some extra things from the nether. But yeah, all our doors are shut. We've got a map. And I think it's time to go in easy mode for the rest of the trip until I get too scared. I'm wearing my shed armor, right? It's fine. I don't think we're going to encounter anything. God, this is famous last words. I don't think I need my diamond armor. Let's bring this guy with us just in case. And let's see if we can make it out of our own dock. Wow, what a fantastic looking turtle habitat. I'm stopping at the first sign of turtles. Just so we're all clear about that. And that is seagrass. So there's tons of seagrass about, which is what we need to breed the turtles. But I just feel confident that when we get to the turtle's preferred homeland, that there will also be seagrass there. So I'm not clipping any of this right now. But I guess we'll find out. Do I have my other map? I do, okay. So towards the end of part 1 of playing Minecraft badly, the name of the series, so towards the end of part 1, I dug out this, I don't know, it's not really a river. A canal? I don't know. I just made it easier to access by water, and I put in some like kind of markers to mark, you know, to let me know where I was. Like, okay, you're heading out towards the open seas, right? With those pillars. And that's more so because I get lost very easily in this game than that. That was it. That was it. That was my whole thing. And I think the only way to go from here is to go this way. I dug this whole thing out. It's not the best, and I will improve on it at some point, but it gets the job done. It gets me through this previously landlocked spot. I put these buoys in, and I gotta tell you guys, I think I can go this way. The whole purpose was to help lead me to my old island hut. And I think it was in the last or the second to last video of part 1. I got lost. I got lost. I still think they're cool. I'm glad I built them. But I could not find my way back here from something that is one screen away. Or not one screen. I don't think that's the right way to describe it, but... Could it be? Is this just one turtle, though? We need more than one. And a baby? Oh boy. I think we better leave them. I think this is too fragile of an ecosystem to disrupt. Oh, they're so cute. And I don't see any scoots, which is what we need. Is that how you say it? Scoots? Alright, I think we better leave these two. And keep looking, but this is promising, you know? It tells me we're on the right track. Oh, this turtle... Wait, are there 2 adults? No, I'm just gonna leave them. That's too few. Let's head for these islands. This looks like a fantastic place for turtles, and boy was I right. And again, is there just the one? Are you alone? I guess we can grab some seagrass while we're here, but... Oh, and you know what I just thought of? There's about to be some bad guys. Isn't there? Alright, we got some seagrass. We can take to the sea for the evening. See what the turtle situation looks like when the sun comes up. Or I guess I could just dig a hole. But either way, I gotta do it fast. Maybe I'll just stay on the water for the night. Grab some more dark oak while I'm here. I think I lost a boat around here somewhere. Maybe we'll find that too. All right, let's just think about our future. Let's move away from the more treacherous areas here. Actually, you know what we can do? Just like have a feeling some drowned will pop up and make my life miserable, but let's just hang here for the night and hopefully it won't be too bad. It's a lot of effort by the spider. For no reward, I fear. For him, anyway. You know, he could just turn around. He didn't, though. Okay. Oh, I see a nautilus. That's on our checklist, too. I knew there was going to be a drowned harassing me. I just wanted to put some lights over here. Ah. The fuck? Get out of here. Why am I dying? This is why I like peaceful mode, you guys. Like, fucking, no way. Alright. Time out. Okay, we're back. I got my stuff. I did put it back on easy mode. I did, however, put my diamond armor on. Look at her. It's fine. Also, is this a trail ruin? It is! Whoa! Cool. Something we'll have to check out once we have a turtle hat. And since that is our mission... Oh, that's so annoying. I can't believe they just stabbed me to death. Whatever. There's gotta be turtles around here. We did see the one over here. But we just have to find a nice little alcove with some turtles that we can keep safe for a few days. Here on the sandy beaches. Turtles? There's gotta be turtles here. We have one. We have two. That's all we need. That's all we need. And a baby. Sorry, baby. You might have to grow up without your parents. Oh, there's plenty of turts here. Come on. Oh, baby. Oh, yeah. All right. Do we need to do it again? It doesn't always work the first time. That's true. Guess you can't breed right now. Are you gonna lay eggs or like what? Should I put a fence around you? I don't know what to do, really. Like, I love how their eyes go glazed over. I don't know what to do, what to quite do. You might have some siblings soon, little Turt. Depending on what this person's up to over here. Not 100% sure what's about to happen. Yeah! This is kind of cool. In like a very David Attenborough kind of way. Alright, you can go. Like, you're free to leave. I mean, or you can stay if you want, but... Where's my silk touch? Is it gonna get mad at me? Is it gonna care if I steal its eggs? Should we do it one more time for like, just like for safety? Probably, right? Come on, lady. You got work to do. Yeah, I got 4 turtle eggs. You're gonna be a big brother or sister real soon, but you'll never know your siblings. Sorry. I don't know why they're not laying eggs again. Maybe they can only do it every so often? They definitely smooched. Are they in a fight? Are they separated? I'm actually so curious about just like the general turtle like mannerisms here. Like, what are they up to? Is she taking the kids from him? There we go. Yeah, girl. Far away from that good for nothing. Who needs a man? We don't. That's right. Not me, not you. Oh, is that their snout actually? And I thought it was their eyes just like going with their pupils blown out like they're on cocaine. That's just their nostrils. Okay, well. It tells you a lot more about me than I probably wanted you to know. Alright, I'll babysit. You can go. Don't worry. Go on a date. Get back out there. He doesn't care about you, girl. He's not sitting at home waiting for you. Don't you wait for him. I'm gonna take your eggs if you're not gonna hurt me, right? You don't care? You don't care. You don't want to be a single mom. Alright, I think that will do, I think. I also think that I want to go home. And place our hard-won turtle eggs in a safe environment, but I need my map. I think this is our map. Yeah, we can get home from here. No problem. And we can add that trail ruin to the list of underwater things that we can explore once we have a turtle hat. I did film in the first part a long episode that did not make it to air. I found a trail road in a jungle, and I dug that thing out. Let me tell you, it was boring. It was really tedious. It was not good television. It was not good gameplay. It was sort of cool at first. Like, I got the novelty of it, and I was like, all right, I understand why this is like probably a fun game feature for many. I don't, let's just go a long way. I don't count myself among the people who really loved the new archaeology. It's not really new. I think it's been a couple years at this point, but it was new to me. It was sort of cool, I guess. I got some armor trims, which I have never used before, but that was fun. And it was sort of fun to see. Oh, I have plans for over here too, by the way. I built these little way stations. Just like this little area. Like, here's an underwater thing. I want to explore it. Some time ago. And as you can see, I was planting random trees for wood. We can sleep here tonight. I got some ideas for over here too, but that's a different day. The bed is not too far away. All right, well, at least we're inside and we're not going to get stabbed today. That's what I thought. We're gonna take care of this area too. I have some thoughts, I have some plans. Oh look, a spider. Let's get out of here. Oh, why are you in my boat? I kind of like this acacia tree. That needs to go. I kind of like this random tree here though. Like, it has no place being there, but we can think of a story behind it. I'm really interested in this. Like, I know this is not an ocean monument or whatever, like there's no monsters in there, but I just have like this idea in my head that I'm not ready to talk about, but that I will talk about in terms of just like storytelling. Oh, and I forgot, there's a whole other nether portal over here. And oh, by the way, you guys, is this weeping obsidian? This purple stuff? I've heard the phrase, and I'm not really sure what it means. But I suspect that could be it. Here's another one of my buoys. I think this is probably where I got lost last time, but look how cool. I think it looks really cool, and it was just meant to mark the idea that I was going in the right direction to get back to my island without having to carry the maps with me, because I spent a good portion of part 1 of this series dying and not getting my maps back, which is why some of the maps, particularly the main map in the middle that we started on, I must have filled that thing out 3 times and I got sick of it. So now it's not filled out all the way. And let's just zig and zag. Another buoy. I think they look pretty cool. This is concrete. It was started all as concrete powder, but of course it's turned to concrete in the water. And that's still concrete powder, but I like the way that it looks with the texture versus the base. Pretty simple, but wait a second. I want to go this way. No, this way. Yeah. I need to put signs on them or something that will tell me what is in the direction, because like the buoy in and of itself is somewhat useful, but if you're disoriented, then it sort of just says, okay, you've arrived at a place where you once were before, not how to get to the place you intend to go. I'm pretty stoked on this, guys. I can't wait to see our little turtles grow into teenagers. I'll get them a karate tutor or whatever. I'm making really bad Ninja Turtle jokes. But it does remind me, I was thinking about this all day long. Our turtle quest. And I don't know if you guys have ever seen in like the I want to say 93 to 95. There was a Ninja Turtles film that is so 90s and it's so fantastic. Like it's so campy and the turtles are clearly just like turtle costumed guys. And Master Skinner is also just like a rat costume, like a Jim Henson style puppet. My friend in high school always used to say, "4 baby turtles," which is what Master Skinner used to say about the turtles that he found in the sewers and raised to be ninjas. Because of course, like what else would he do? He's got nothing but time on his hands. I don't know what a rat's lifespan is, but probably a sewer rat lives a decent life. There's probably a lot of good eats down there. Oh my gosh. Oh my god, I'm so worried about them. It's like they're not even hatched yet. They're just gestating. And what are their futures going to be? You know, like what are they going to make of themselves? What are their hopes and dreams going to be? Will they have happy lives? You know, will they find fulfillment? Will they find love with someone that they're not related to? It doesn't seem likely, honestly. But the most important question is, will they leave me a hat that I can use to steal their underwater breathing abilities and take it for my own? Maybe not steal, borrow, share. Do whatever with that that you feel is appropriate. But we are gonna leave our baby turts in here. I think they should be safe. I can't imagine that they won't be, but I do know they need a few days to marinate. Let's drop our boat off. And in the meantime, I don't know, what should we do? There's not really much to do. We could just stand there and stare at our turtle eggs. I guess I could chop some of this stuff. Put my crappy armor back on and put my good armor away since I didn't need it. I can't believe that guy. I can't believe I died. I knew it. I knew it as soon as I said I won't need my good armor. All right. Guess we can just run up and smelt this stuff. I think these things should be fine. I can't imagine how a bad guy could get to them in these circumstances. And I know I could just go back on peaceful, but again, like I do appreciate that I really only use peaceful mode when I'm building. And that's just for my sanity. You know, I'm not actually really engaging in gameplay. I'm just sprucing things up, you know? But when I'm actually actively like trying to do something in the game, it doesn't feel right to not have the challenge of having enemies about. Plus, how will I ever get better? How am I ever going to fight the end dragon if I can't fight a drowned with a trident, which I clearly can't, except I did have really crappy armor on. My field looks pretty good. Actually, you know what? Now that it's grown in more, by the way, this chicken just made itself at home here and it hasn't left, and it can stay there as far as I'm concerned, but I don't know why it lives there. This does look good. I like this. All right, let's take our bra off. If you know, you know. Oh, always such a good feeling. Guess I could fish too. I haven't done good fishing in a while. At least I feel like I haven't. I've been playing like every single day this week, but just building. Why did that happen? I didn't want that to happen. Alright, let's put our shit armor back on. There we go. Get some of this stuff away. And then I think I'm gonna grab my fishing rod. We can keep an eye on the turtles that way. This can go here. This goes here. Where's my string? It's in this one, right? Yeah. We can drop some of this stuff off. Just like extra stuff. I don't need any of this right now. I'm gonna keep my sword. I'll put the maps back in the map room. Right, so start is where we started. And we are currently on South 1. Let's smelt some cactus and do some fishing while we wait for our turtles to hatch. And hopefully drop some scoots. Whatever. Wait, do I not have anything in here? I know I have a bucket in my inventory, but let's just go. I'll show you how the lava thing turned out. More dripstone. This thing is actually fantastic. I don't know why I never did this before. It fills up actually very quickly. And I think sort of the water surrounding it is a cool touch because I feel like the villagers were maybe like, there's molten lava like right there. How are you going to stop it from coming to our village? And I was like, don't even worry about it. I got you. And I installed like the most measly amount of water to be like, don't worry, if it falls down, the water will just get it. Like, that's not going to do anything. I want to be with my turtles. This doesn't look like fun at all. Maybe the turtles would be better off if we stayed away. At least for today. Let's use our new stairs. Let's get out of here. We can fish tomorrow. I'm digging this. I think this looks cool. You know what I was getting a lot of around these parts was the zombies on the zombie horses. And I've captured a zombie horse. But then he died in the sunshine, and I know now that you need armor to protect them. So I'm determined to get zombie horses in my stables, no matter what it takes. Where is this boat? We can put this back where it belongs. Oh, so someone left me a comment that I appreciated so much. And they said, I think that your content would be really good as like a live stream let's play instead of a recorded let's play. And I totally get that. I think that it's an interesting suggestion. And not one that I had really thought about. Because again, this is just me catching like snippets of playing a couple hours after work and not planning like I'm gonna go live. Like that's not a thought that has ever jumped into my head. I've never thought about going live on anything, but maybe one day. For now, I think I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing because it's working for me and some people seem to like it. But again, it's working for me and I'm doing this for me. A bad guy could get in this way. Oh god. Should we fortify? I think it'll be alright. Ugh. But yeah, never say never. I think that could be fun in the future, maybe one day, depending on how much time I have to give it and how interested anybody might be. You know, like, I feel like the live Let's Plays always count on a certain number of people being interested enough to be like, oh, it's like must-see TV, right? It's like the Friends finale. Everybody tuned in Thursdays at 8, 9 Central, you know, like, you weren't missing that lest you be an outcast at the water cooler the next day. So there's an element of just interest in people actually being like, oh, this person's online and, you know, like engaging with us and playing video games. Like, I want to see that. And as of right now, I don't know that I have, I will likely never have an audience that is interested enough in what I'm doing to justify me being like, guys, what the I hate witches. I hate witches. I hate witches. Get out of here. Don't you go near my turtles. Where did she come from? Why is she after me? I hate them. We have beef with the witches around these parts, by the way. Lot of beef. I gotta get my, you know what? I need my bow and arrow. That's what I need to guard these turtles. I can't believe she just came out of nowhere. Uh-uh. 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 Not today. Get out of my house. She's in my house. She followed me home? Get out of here. We're going up on the roof. I went the wrong way to go on the roof. The audacity. Bitch, where are you? Oh, poisoning yourself like an idiot? So we do to witches around these parts. I don't even care that I just fell off the roof. I can't believe she came straight up to my door. The nerve. I don't even know what I just got off of her, but I deserve it. I've suffered so at the hands of these horrid creatures. What is this? Glowstone dust and redstone dust. All right. Let's put them both in here. And my spider eye. I feel like I've been stalked. Like, I feel like someone followed me home from work. The absolute nerve. These turtle eggs better be okay. That better not have been a decoy. So some other agents of evil could go after my poor baby turtles. Where did she even come from? I'm so concerned right now. I'm concerned for myself. I'm concerned for my children. Oh, by the way, the skeleton horse I saw right over there for the first time, and I was lured to it, which I think is the objective. I was like, whoa, skeleton horse, cool. And then as soon as I got close, all of these other dudes were like, you fell for it. You know how they say, like, like gangs sometimes. I don't know, maybe no one else has ever heard this, I don't know. But it's like sometimes people like put like an empty like baby carrier in the middle of the road thinking someone will pull over and then you can get murdered for like a gang initiation. Has anyone else ever heard of that? Anyway, don't pull over under suspicious circumstances. Don't be a hero. Drive past, call 911. I don't know how I got on this topic. I've lost my train of thought. I was incensed by the presence of that witch on my property. This is my domain. Throw potions at me, just laying on her own face like an idiot. I do want to go back in these caves too. They definitely need to be explored some more. And our ravine does. And there are definitely there's more passages in and out of that ravine that I have built just as I've been running around and saying like, oh, this sort of leads there, and I've thrown some stairs in. And there's still build to be done. There's still building to be done for sure around there. And I'm gonna keep doing it as I play. But oh, so right. So I'm moving 1 week from today to my new apartment. It's not far, but I do have to pack all weekend and spend some time thinking about that. I'm just vigilant on the lookout for witches right now. Oh my God. But I do have to think about that's like my main concern for the next 7 days. So I'm filming today. I'll probably take a break from packing and do another couple hours. Nobody better get near my turts. At some point this weekend, I'll probably film another couple hours. And, you know, then I'll have to get a setup that works in the new spot. I'm not going to have a couch for a while. Right now I'm sitting on my current couch, but someone tomorrow is coming to take this couch away because I'm getting a new couch. So I don't know what that setup will be. I'm sure I'll be able to make it work. You know, until I get the new couch. But I don't know. I guess my point is life finds a way. No, I'm joking. That's from Jurassic Park. And, you know, gazing at the turtle eggs, which Jeff Goldblum, I think, attributes to dinosaur eggs. But these are just turtles. No dinosaurs here, but still, it just seemed too on the nose, and I couldn't pass it up. So now we've referenced two 90s movies today, and I think they were great references. I think everyone is going to have a good laugh with me, not at me. Right, so I'm moving to my new place. It kind of doesn't feel real. It feels like, I don't know, like I literally went to pick up my keys today, and I felt like I was just like in a dream. Not because I'm like moving to my dream place. It's a good apartment. I'm happy about it, but I don't know. It just doesn't feel like something that's happening. Do you guys ever feel like that? Where like it's just a mundane task. Like I've moved a million times. It's not like it's not a thing. Do I need to stay awake for these turtles to hatch? I don't know the answer, but I also feel like if a creeper comes by, they're gonna get blown up, and I'm not interested in encouraging that. So let's go back upstairs. If it was raining, I'd probably stick around and fish, but it ain't. Ugh. Let's go to sleep. Before we do, let's talk about our map. Like, I feel like Here's our starter map, and our base island that we started out is like right around there. Now, right around here-ish is the Gray Forest, which is also on my to-do list of explorations. It's like right around, it's right at the edge here, right at the corner. We're going in there this season. We're going to scope it out. I know there's a monster in there. I have a general idea about it. We're not going to do it today. We're not going to do it tomorrow. But we are going to do it at some point in the next 10 or 15 episodes. I want to check it out. But there's clearly more up here that we haven't looked at. And we haven't looked at anything over here either. We can surmise, where the continents are. There's got to be some cool stuff. And there's a lot of these areas to be explored too. This was my starter map. Like I said, I lost it so many times. I know it's around here. There's a Mushroom Island dead center, which I think is pretty cool. And the rest of it is just like kind of scattered islands. We landed in an area with a lot of ocean. We can go back to visit our mushrooms, whatever. There's still so much room here, like so many things to see and do. And that's my favorite part of the game, is exploring and sort of stumbling across cool this was just part of my everyday. I want to see what's to the south of my starter map. That's something that I did in every Minecraft world I've ever made, is sort of had a starter map and gotten the lay of the land and then gone at least in the cardinal directions. Right, and by that I mean, in case you don't know, this is my starter map. So that's why it's north one. It's one map up from the start. South one is one map south. This should be west, right? East, and then this is, well, that doesn't have a name. This one is southwest. You get the picture. So that's just the thing I always like to do. I always like to see what was around. And that's how we came across this area. And I sort of knew after I explored a lot that this was maybe where I wanted to park the game for a little while, make my home. The village helped. And this is what sealed the deal for me. I keep talking about it, but I mean, you can't beat it. I also have a view in my new apartment. It's also on the river, but there's no zombies. Not actual zombies, but perhaps some zombie-like peoples. No, get out of here. I'm not entertaining this. Let's sleep through the night.